Are you looking for the best mini PC? In this video, we will look at some of the 5 best mini PC on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Asus ROG NUC. The Asus ROG NUC is about as mini as a mini gaming PC can get. Plus, it's surprisingly strapped with a mobile-class RTX 4070. When I first opened up the Asus ROG NUC, I was surprised by how small and light it was. Sure, it's using all mobile-class hardware, but for something I'm hooking into my TV, it has surprisingly little heft to it. Couple that with the fact it looks exactly like a cable box, and this is a mini gaming PC that's perfect for blending into a living room. It's great for a media center PC already, but the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 means it's no slouch when it comes to gaming. Up to a point at least. The wall I kept running into again and again when I reviewed the Asus ROG NUC is that the mobile-class hardware is always a limiting factor, especially when it's connected to a 4K TV. Don't get me wrong, the ROG NUC absolutely can power through any PC game on the market, including demanding games like Cyberpunk 2077 and Black Myth Wukong at 1080p. If you connect this to a 4K TV, though, you will have to turn down some settings in some of the flashiest games if you want to maintain a solid frame rate. It is still quite a bit more powerful than the PS5, even with its limitations though, and the NVIDIA graphics do allow it to use DLSS to narrow the gap at 4K. Just keep in mind that you're not going to be maxing out Black Myth Wukong with full ray tracing or anything, and you should be fine. To be clear, with how tiny the Asus ROG NUC is, there's no way a full desktop-class graphics card would even fit inside. The Asus ROG NUC is probably one of the best mini gaming PCs you're going to find anywhere, but just like any mini gaming PC, you'll have to do some calculus about whether or not it's worth just going with one of the best gaming laptops instead. Number 2. MinisForum Venus Series 773 Mauritanian UGIs. A wallet-friendly mini PC with the performance chops to excel in esports games. If you're on the hunt for a wallet-friendly mini PC that doesn't skimp on performance, then the MinisForum Venus Series 773 Mauritanian UGIs is worth considering. Despite its budget-friendly price tag, the 773 Mauritanian UGIs packs a punch with an AMD Ryzen 7 7735HS with dedicated AMD graphics. There isn't a discrete GPU, but the integrated AMD Radeon 680M GPU can rival some lower-end dedicated graphics cards, especially in esports games. Stepping into the next generation, the 773 Mauritanian UGIs features 16 GB of speedy DDR5 RAM and a generous 512 GB SSD. You may need to consider an upgrade later down the line, but for now, it will definitely serve you well for just $450. Number 3. Mac Mini M2. The Mac Mini M2 delivers a strong performance in both work and play thanks to the 8 CPU cores and 10 GPU cores. You might not think of gaming when you think of the Mac Mini M2, but it delivers surprisingly good performance, allowing you to play a wide range of games at a decent frame rate. Given its cost, it's hard not to consider the Mac Mini M2 as a capable gaming mini PC. With a noticeable performance increase over the M1 chip, the M2 chip comes with 8 CPU cores and 10 GPU cores, supporting strong performance, whether you're playing games or getting work done. Thanks to the plethora of ports, the Mac Mini M2 supports up to 2 4K displays at 120Hz, and because the M2 natively supports Thunderbolt, you can even back it up with an external GPU later down the line. It also comes with Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3, so if you plan to game online, you won't be disappointed. Yes, for pure gaming performance, a Windows PC is a better option, but if you want a Mac and want to dabble with playing games here and there, it's an affordable option. See our roundup on the best monitors for Mac Mini when you're ready to pick a display to pair it with. Number 4. Zotac ZBox Magnus 1. The Zotac Magnus 1 doesn't look like much, but its tiny chassis is hiding a beefy RTX 3070 GPU. This graphics card is a powerhouse, delivering solid 1440p gaming performance. While the CPU is quite old, it's still a solid performer that won't bottleneck the GPU, ensuring you get the best gaming experience possible. While 16 gigabytes of RAM might seem a bit modest compared to some other mini PCs on the market, it's more than enough for gaming and general use. In terms of pricing, the Zotac Magnus one is on the more expensive side. You could arguably get a more powerful full-sized gaming PC for the same amount of money. However, if you're looking for a compact, space-saving solution without sacrificing gaming performance, the Magnus one is worth every penny. Its sleek design, impressive specs, and solid gaming performance make it one of the best mini PCs for gaming enthusiasts who value form factor and functionality. Number 5. Apple Mac Mini M4 2024. The Mac Mini with Apple's M4 processor is fast, tiny, and silent in its operation, all of which make it the best mini PC we've tested. Apple's M4 processor is the same chip that powers the iPad Pro, iMac, and some 14-inch MacBook Pro models, and in our test it has proven to be fast enough for work or school projects. We opened dozens of tabs, typed documents, and streamed video on the new Mac Mini, and it significantly slowed down only when we opened more than a dozen tabs at once or edited large videos. It has a fast processor that's great for everyday tasks. The 2024 Mac Mini's M4 processor makes it about as fast as the new 14-inch M4 MacBook Pro, so it's great for web browsing, document and spreadsheet work, and casual photo editing, yet still usable in a pinch for professional tasks like app development and video editing. If you plan to use it mainly as a day-to-day computer, the basic $600 version with 16 gigabytes of memory works just fine. If you want to run professional apps, getting 32 gigabytes of memory is worth paying an extra $200, since you can't upgrade the Mac Mini yourself after buying it. Apple storage upgrades are similarly expensive, so we recommend buying an external hard drive or a portable SSD rather than paying Apple's prices. It has more ports than a MacBook. The M4 Mac Mini has 5 USB-C ports, 3 of which are located on its back. 2 USB-C ports, plus a headphone jack, reside on its front. Previous Mac Mini models had only rear ports, and the M4 version's layout makes it way easier to plug in flash drives or other accessories. The M4 Mac Mini also has an HDMI port, an Ethernet port, and an AC power jack.